Plans can be done, and done on time. This is a new concept, regardless of whatever anyone tells you. When talking about plans, we're actually referring to a gradient scale of plans from strategic plans to tactical plans, operational plans, mini operations, and, though many people don't know, today's plan, or your to-do list, or what we call in TimeMaker your action list. A strategy or a strategic plan is a list of targets to be achieved by a specific time. It is planned based on deep understanding of the goal one wants to achieve or the problem one wants to solve and the problem's causes. Strategies refer to the overall plan, and they are usually long-term plans covering a span of years. When all steps of a strategy have been achieved, the goal has been achieved, or the problem has been handled. A tactical plan represents a series of steps that, when done, will accomplish one step of the strategic plan. To achieve a strategic step, you break it down to a series of steps, and those steps combined are a tactical plan. When all the steps of a tactical plan have been achieved, the one step of the strategic plan has been achieved. Tactical plans are generally planned in terms of months. An operational plan represents a series of steps that, when done, will accomplish one step of a tactical plan. To achieve a tactical step, you break it down to a series of steps, and those steps combined are an operational plan. When all the steps of an operational plan have been achieved, the one step of the tactical plan has been achieved. Operational plans are generally planned in terms of weeks. Mini operations represent a series of steps that, when done, will accomplish one operational step. To achieve an operational plan step, you break it down to a series of steps, and those steps combined are a mini operation. When all the steps of a mini operation have been achieved, the one step of the operational plan has been achieved. Mini operations are generally planned in terms of days. To achieve one step of a mini operation, you break it down to steps that need to be done on a specific day, within a specific time. And these steps are then your to-do list, or action list, as it is called in TimeMaker. TimeMaker's laws of planning. Plans will get done only if today's actions get done. Today's actions will get done only if they are planned. Planned actions will get done only if their completion has been demanded. For this, TimeMaker introduced planning by targets and not by duration. And the results? Perfectly executed plans done on time and on budget. One person may control more than one company, or a company may have sub-companies that it manages or controls. For this situation, TimeMaker allows you to select the company you want that plan to be connected to. In TimeMaker, a plan can be created from scratch or from a previously created and saved plan. To create a plan from scratch, you select Create a New Plan. Most activities in life repeat themselves, whether it's the way you close a customer, program a new software, or build a house. 95% of all activities repeat themselves, and only 5% are new and innovative. With experience, you learn that you repeat plans in your business and your life. For your company to be successful, you need a mechanism of correcting those plans based on your experience. TimeMaker allows you to save, update, and reuse successful plans. In TimeMaker, those plans are called standard plans. To recall one of those plans, you select the Recall a Standard Plan button on the Creating New Plan wizard. MS Project is a popular legacy project management software. Many people who move from MS Project to TimeMaker like to transfer their projects from MS Project to TM Planning. You do this by selecting the Import MS Project file. At times, you may want to save a plan you're working on to the hard disk as a file. If you've saved a plan, you can recall that plan by using the Load Saved Plan option. You may want to duplicate an existing plan. You will use this option when you want to create a plan similar to an existing plan. You can create a duplicate plan by selecting the Create a Copy of Existing Plan option at the Creating a New Plan wizard. A plan is actually the overall task that bundles more minor tasks or actions beneath it. The subject of the plan, this overall task to be accomplished, is the name of the plan. Enter the name of the plan at the Plan Name field. The owner of the plan is the person that requires the plan to be done. The owner assigns the plan to the plan's performer, the person that will make sure the steps of the plan get done. The performer of the overall plan becomes the owner of the steps of the plan. The performer of an overall plan must be a TimeMaker user. The owner of a plan has total control over the plan but does not get direct reports on plan progress, although, as the owner, he can see the plan progress. Select the appropriate owner and performer for the plan. Note that the performer will become the owner of the steps of the plan. The target date of a plan is the date by which the steps of the plan should be completed. Though you select the target date at this step, you can also modify it as needed while working on the plan. The start date of a plan is assigned by default as the day you create the plan. The start date can also be modified as needed. TimeMaker's plan rights have two overall levels, and each is divided into sub-levels. Plan limits are defined by TimeMaker's administrator and control the following per user: ability to create plans that are not part of other plans, ability to activate kinds of plans, ability to deactivate kinds of plans, ability to delete kinds of plans, ability to add steps into kinds of plans, ability to cancel kinds of plans. User rights are used to control who can control the plan and its steps. The following are the possible user rights. Owner. The user has the full rights over the plan and its items. He can, subject to his plan's limits, complete, date move, delegate, activate, deactivate, cancel, delete, etc. Sub-owner. The purpose of the sub-owner rights is to allow a specific user to easily manipulate the items inside a plan. When we say manipulate, we mean add items, delete items, change the target date, assign performers, and create sub-plans. Very similar to the rights of an owner. However, with the general TimeMaker limitation that any user can only activate his or his junior's tasks. Performer. A user with performer's rights can report completion, ask for a date move, ask for clarification or query, send data, etc. He is considered to be the performer of the production item and so can do anything a performer can do. Read only. Used when a user needs to see an item and its sub-items. Read only is also being assigned by the system to users who receive data interchange or query on items they previously didn't have any rights to. Limited info. The purpose of the limited info right is to allow an authorized user to grant another user the ability to see only a specific item without granting any rights to any of the plan's sub-items. This is because, by default, when you grant sub-owner, performer, or read-only rights to a user, the user automatically gets those rights to all of the sub-items. None. This is used for quickly canceling manually granted rights. Inherited rights are not set, but granted by the system. In a company, a person may or may not be on a command channel. The matrix will show only the items of the plan that a user is directly responsible for, or that the user's juniors are responsible for, regardless of the command channel. In this way, the matrix will not be saturated with items a user is not directly responsible for, though he has the right to see those items if he so desires. No change. It is not a right, but an indication on the user setting. It indicates if the rights have been changed or not. The system administrator can define fields that are unique to your company. For example, type of building. Those fields can be required or optional and may or may not have predefined values. Those fields can also be the type of fields that record numbers, budget, etc., and calculations.